When Vanity's Fiend got turned into an emo trap card, we got Vanity's Emptiness. Every single time this card activates, it leaves your combo half-assed, your board wide open, for your opponent to insert a crap ton of damage into you. It's like every time I mention a card that special summons, I'll get interrupted. Like Dragon, Tour Guide of the Shadow, Soul Charge. Oh, you sack. Oh wait, Emptiness! I hate that card.
Hello Duelists, welcome to MST.TV. I'm Tombox.
And I'm Nishi.
This is our very first episode of our rulebook segment.
So the purpose of this segment is to ensure that you guys all have a proper understanding of the card and its game mechanics so that you guys don't get soft cheated when you guys are playing at events.
So the card that we're going to talk about today is Vanity's Emptiness.
Vanity's Emptiness is a continuous trap card, and the card text states, neither player can special summon monsters. When a card is sent from the deck or the field to your graveyard, destroy this card. The first effect is a continuous effect, while the second effect is a trigger-like effect.
And by trigger-like, this thing starts a new chain when it destroys itself, so it doesn't happen mid-chain. So why are people running this card?
Well, in a format where everyone is running cards that special summon monsters in a chain, so cards like Tour Guide from the Underworld, Satellarknight Altair, or Shaddoll Fusion, all of these cards are stopped by Vanity's Emptiness.
So what would you consider to be like a dick move to abuse this card?
Well, there are a number of ways that you can protect Vanity's Emptiness so that its own destruction effect won't kill itself. So you can protect it using a card like Master Key Beetle, start a Spark Dragon, or even something stupid like White Dragon Ninja. Alternatively, you can use something that's been very popular this format, which is Trap Stun. And you can chain Trap Stun, which will prevent Vanity's Emptiness from destroying itself in a separate chain. Similarly, you can use Trap Stun during your own turn, which will shut off your Vanity's Emptiness, allowing you to special summon and establish your own board during that turn, and then Vanity's Emptiness will turn itself back on during your opponent's turn.
Here's some examples of what players try to do. Example 1.
Player 2 activates Soul Charge and targets 3 monsters. Player 1 responds by chaining Vanity's Emptiness. Then player 2 chains MST. The chain resolves, Bottomless is destroyed, and as Soul Charge is trying to resolve, Vanity's Emptiness is still on board. In a very similar example, player 2 activates Soul Charge and again targets 3 monsters. Player 1 responds by chaining Emptiness to the Soul Charge, while player 2 chains MST onto Emptiness, which destroys Emptiness, and Soul Charge will resolve because Emptiness is no longer on the board during resolution.
Example 2.
In this example, player 2 summons Altair targeting Deneb. Player 1 chains Vanity's Emptiness. Player 2 chains Torrential Tribute to destroy the entire field in an attempt to destroy Vanity's Emptiness. But Vanity's Emptiness will remain on board and start a new chain to destroy itself.
Example 3.
So in this scenario, it's player 2's turn, and previously player 1 used Call of the Haunted to special summon Deneb. So player 2 normal summons Ice Hand and attacks into Satellarknight Deneb. So Ice Hand's going to destroy itself, and in this case, player 2 targeted Call of the Haunted. So in this case, player 2 cannot special summon Firehand, because Vanity's Emptiness doesn't destroy itself until the entire chain has resolved, and then destroys itself in a separate chain. So in the second example, it starts off very much the same way. Ice Hand is summoned and attacks into the Deneb. The Deneb destroys Ice Hand, and Ice Hand targets Vanity's Emptiness. Since Ice Hand is destroying Vanity's Emptiness isn't on the field when Ice Hand is attempting to special summon Firehand, so Firehand can be special summoned out to the field.
Example 4. In this example, player 1's Constellar Omega attempts to attack for game. Player 2 responds by activating Artifact Sanctum to summon out Artifact Moral Attack. Player 1 chains Vanity's Emptiness to prevent Moral Attack from being summoned out, but player 2 chains Call the Haunted to summon out Shadal Construct to block the hit. Player 1 in response chains MST to destroy Call the Haunted, preventing the special summon of Construct. Vanity's Emptiness resolves. When the chain resolves, MST is sent to the graveyard, causing Emptiness to destroy itself in a new chain. So in this example, we're going to reverse the chain. So Constellar Omega still attacks for game. Player 2 is going to activate Call the Haunted and target Construct. Player 1 chains MST, and then player 2 chains Artifact Sanctum to bring up Moral Attack. Player 1 chains Vanity's Emptiness and then ends the chain. Vanity's Emptiness resolves, and again, when the chain fully resolves, MST gets sent to the graveyard, and the Emptiness is already resolved, so it starts a new chain and then builds itself up.
That's it for this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please give us a like. And if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button.
And even if you don't want to see more, hit the subscribe button anyways.